Okay, folks, today's date is September 9th, 2025, and trust me, I'm aware I look pretty bad. This is everything you see here concerning the discolorization of my face, the beat up looking face. It's all directly connected to what I am enduring from the top of the head, the forehead, the eyebrows, the ears, the temples, the cheeks, the nose, the mouth, the roof of the mouth, the gums, the jaw lines, everything these sick fuckers are doing to me. So I want you to take a look at this right here. Okay, now this right here is right on the right edge. Okay, it comes from here to here on the right side of the nose. And what I find interesting about this is that, let me take a fast snap screenshot. I'm not in the best of light right now. And right now I feel like total hell. I got a massive radiation headache, absolutely. My ears are just fucking thermoelastic heating while they got massive pressure in them, absolutely. Back base cranium's on fire. All the eyebrows up in here are burning like hell. Right here on the forehead is burning. And right up here on the top of the head. Direct. So this right here is the tip of my fingertip on my thumb. Okay, and this is the center of my hairline on my forehead. So if I was to go back up in here about an inch, maybe a 1 1/4 inch, okay, up here, being targeted directly at this spot. I got a pain reliever. I got a piece of cloth that's soaked with pain reliever cream, sitting on it, and oh, absolutely. Now, here's the thing that I find interesting, and I'm going to let you go. Now, I woke up this way, by the way. Absolutely. So listen to me carefully. In the last 4 or 5 days, I remember the exact date, but it was absolutely here within the last 7 to 8 days, which doesn't mean 7 or 8 days ago. One of those days within the last 7 or 8 days, I got out paperwork and started writing down where I was logging, okay, what is on specific microcards from my phone that videos were made from, okay, and snap screenshots as well, okay. Yeah, you wouldn't believe what I gotta do just to get these symptoms in control that these sick fuckers create, including while I'm sleeping. Like right now, you can probably see here. Let me take it out so you can see it. My bandanas are soaked with this fucking cream, soaked with them. See, because a lot of times when I put this cream on, we're enduring. Oh, look at that. This thing is drenched with the cream and with water, because right now out here in San Diego, in at least from mid-June through probably the end of September, it's extremely hot out. Okay? Oh, absolutely. Just bear with me. It's extremely hot out. Okay? Bright sunny days every day. Okay? So what these demented, sick-ass fucking bastards are doing, and this is a common complaint in gang stalking crimes. It's a very common complaint in gang stalking crimes, where gang stalking victims are not only openly stating all over the internet every day in tens of thousands of posts that they're being brutally targeted every single day, including while they're awake, but they're also being targeted as we sleep. Okay, now hold on a second. Oh, absolutely. So trying to stay cool from the heat, okay, while dealing with these extreme radiation headaches. Okay, so let me go back and re-emphasize where the pain is at. So this is the left edge of the right eyebrow. Okay, watch when I do this. Look at these. So look at this spot and this spot when I do this. Look at that. Look at this swelling. Okay. Okay. Now the energy that's going into these areas is coming from at least 3 places: the ears, going straight across, and then down into the nose area, down into the cheek area, and some of it's going straight down into the nose area. Okay, a lot of that, okay, the energy that is going in the cheeks and in the nose is going into the roof of the mouth and the gums. Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay, now, top of head targeting. That energy is going from the top of the head down into the forehead, probably using either, now remember, these things are common complaints in this crime. Probably using integrated electrode strips, biomedical products that are invasively implanted in victims, okay, and or cup electrodes that are put in the veins and or arteries. And then that energy goes down into the designated area, Now, this energy is also going down into the eye area. And when you see some attachments that's going to be in these YouTube descriptions, the filthy lion whore ass hospitals and doctors and nurses and administrative staff and even intake staff, they will have no problem, and radiologists, absolutely, they will have no problem whatsoever lying on medical reports, okay, medical summaries, okay, CAT scan, MRIs, and x-ray results. And that includes buying through their affiliated medical facilities. Okay, like if you go into a hospital, or you go to and if you go to a primary care physician, and this position can be independent, it can be part of an affiliated network from a hospital, okay, including more than one, okay. And so that affiliated primary care physician, his or her whore ass, will just play the same dedicated role. They might order for you to get some test done, but those test results are either going to be faked, intentionally fudged, okay, or intentionally given the wrong test. And x-ray machines can also, if they got the ability to manipulate x-ray machines, do you honestly think they don't have the ability to fuck around with the settings of CAT scan machines and MRI machines? So accurate test, so if you go to get a specific test, and in fact, I don't even really want to get into all this because it's too long of a discussion. I'll tell you what, I'll just talk to you about this on another date. But just trust me, you can go to Google and type in at Google, can x-ray test results be faked? Absolutely. And Google will generate to you at least some information about how that can be done. And you can do the same thing, just do thorough, meticulous research concerning the settings of CAT scans machines, x-ray machines, MRI machines. Because you got to remember, consider this and listen very, very, very carefully. Okay, listen very carefully with a mature adult investigative mental posture. Listen carefully. You got to understand this. When gang stalking victims who are implanted with different types of implants, which can absolutely work as an integrated network system, which is basically called wireless body area of networked integrated implants, wireless body area network of integrated implants, wideband. Now these are implants, not wideband of things that you can wear on your person, okay, or attached to your person. This is invasive implanted devices, okay. Now, the host, the criminally insane, filthy whore that is doing these types of implantations to massive amounts of victims. In fact, right now, I'm going to play you just here in a few minutes. I'm going to play you the beginning of an audio file. Okay, that shows ex-NSA technical director William Benny and his wife, Dr. Catherine Horton, who's an Oxford physicist, who are both targets of this crime. And her opening statements openly shows her state that they're putting non-consensual biomedical implants in victims and then remotely interfacing with them. Abso-fucking-lutely. This is all over the internet, folks. Okay? Now, so consider this. So just so far, research what I've stated so far. So again, because think about what I'm saying. Look at this spot and this spot when I do this. Do you notice how it's all white? Because radio frequency radiation, it kills the muscle tissue. Abso-fucking-lutely. So look at this. Look at that. So what's in here? I guarantee you what's in here is dedicated to either what's directly below the eyebrow, or is there like an electrode strip directly underneath the eyebrow and or above the eyebrow. Okay? So just take snap screenshots. Let me get out a pen. Oh yeah, I'll just use my scissors. Look at this, okay? Follow the tip of the scissors, okay? And you can take a snap screenshot. Okay, so look at this. Goes across right here. And you want to take a picture of this area here from this to this, and the fact that it goes all the way across. And I got a lot better pictures than this of that. Oh, absolutely. Okay, so take a picture of this area here, okay? And this area here. So what's happening here is that at least right now, the two identified places that this energy is getting in is from, so let's examine the ear area for a second here. Bear with me. I'll just this other phone because there's no sense of it being on and draining while I'm talking to you. Okay, so pay attention very closely, okay? Now, okay, so, now, I want to show you something right here. Now, what I'm getting ready to show you concerning the left ear also applies identically to the right ear. So this area right here, okay, this area right here, so you can see the ear is right here, right? Okay, and you can do this with your own ear, like just taking your index, the tip of the flat part of your index finger, and putting it right here. So that place right here, okay, which is less than 1 millimeter away from the beginning of your ear, from the direction of your face, okay. So this spot right here, where the flat part of my index finger is touching, this part right here, the flat part of it, okay. All right, so that part right there, the inner ear, and the area behind the ear. 3 places I'm being targeted at. Now, you should also know that this part right here is dedicated to things that I'm enduring in the jaw. And that includes upper jaw bone and lower jaw bone. Okay? Oh, you would not believe what these little fucking filthy whores did to me. You fucking wouldn't believe it. Okay? So that is identical for both ears. Okay? Okay, so, and by the way, this is the part I showed you right up here. This is where the jawbones meet. Okay? You would not believe what's in my mouth in several areas. Okay? Oh, absolutely. Stay with this account, baby, in case you're going to learn a hell of a lot. Now, I woke up with an extreme brutal radiation headache. The very next day after they staged an event between me and a San Diego park ranger, and then how he called the police and their dumb whore asses came out, oh absolutely, and played their little gang stalking street theater roles. Yeah, just research the police, the gang stalking. Oh, absolutely. This is exposed online. It's not just SDPD and SDSD. It's also university campus police, security guards in business plazas. Okay, state, county, local police, federal police. This is exposed all over the internet. All over the internet. All over the United States. All over the United States. Okay, so the very next day after they staged an event, and by the way, I want you to know this real fast. Listen to me very carefully, okay? The evidence I have of being targeted on a specific property that I call CR reverse, okay? Just hear me out. I got to use codes for a reason. If I explained it and if I detailed to you why I'm using these codes, you would completely understand. And you would agree with it too. Oh, absolutely. If you knew what I know, you would totally understand it. You would completely agree with it. Okay, so again, let me show you this. Okay, now do you really believe that's natural? Okay, oh, absolutely. Look at that. Okay, now let me bring up that audio file. Just hang with me for a second because I got to bring it up and then I got to find the oh, and you would not believe the weight I've lost. So, anyways, while I'm finding this audio file, let me make this statement to you about the nose. So. Okay, so what you want to do is take a snap screenshot of the nose, okay, this part right here, okay, where you see that big red mark, and I'm in the shade right now, so I can't really see if it's connected to another spot like down up in here, okay. Oh, you wouldn't believe what's going on. Oh my gosh, I ever get a hold of these filthy whores that are interfacing with me, I will legally hunt their whore ass for the rest of my life. And you should also know that this crime causes you concern like the remote radio frequency, radio telemetry interface with implants. A lot of that is occurring through the ears and the top of the head, absolutely. Okay, and it also goes to the back of the head where the visual and auditory processing areas are, the occipital lobe and the vespitory nerve. I woke up this morning with a headache in my eyebrows and a massive brutal radiation headache in the back of my head. So I've lost so much weight, I absolutely know my brain is shrunk. This is a common complaint, by the way. I'd say at least 99% of the things that I'm stating right now are common complaints when it comes to this crime. Exposed all over the internet. So, I want you to take a snap screenshot of my nose. Okay, because this wasn't like this yesterday. Absolutely not. Alright? This is from the brutal effects of torture that I endured as I was sleeping. That same torture has been non-stop ongoing ever since I've been up. Okay, so look at that. Look at that. And by the way, on several dates, I have because when I got to put pain reliever cream up here to try and interrupt the electron flow from, whether it's coming from the ears and or the mastoid bone and or the top of the head, down into the forehead, then down into these areas, and then from these areas it also goes into the eyes, the eye lens implants, abso-fucking-lutely, down in the bridge of the nose, and then also down up in here to the cheek, and then also when it gets to this point of the nose, it will go this way, it will go this way. You would not fucking believe what these sick bitch whores did to me. I swear to God, if I ever get a hold of these wild animals, I swear to God. Oh, absolutely. And the police are basically nothing but foot soldiers for these filthy whores. That's all they are. They're nothing but foot soldiers for these demented bastards. Okay, just like gangs have foot soldiers. The police are nothing but foot soldiers for these murdering, raping, gang raping, murdering animals. It's all they are. Okay, you would not believe the energy I feel going in right here, and in my ear, and behind my ear. And by the way, behind the ear goes into the back base cranium. I have lost, I bet, at least, I have lost massive weight in my face. Okay, I mean, just look at this. Muscle mass is completely gone. Oh, absolutely. So hold on 1 second. Okay, so listen to what she says.
And they will just stop as soon as I leave the room, but I will hear them if I go to the bedroom or the kitchen. So this is basically what we'd like to explain is that this is a worldwide targeting system that people absolutely need to know about, because innocent people, single women, women with, especially single women with children, are being very frequently assaulted by them, and also by this weapon system, but also high-ranking whistleblowers like Bill. So the whole purpose of what we're trying to bring to the table is to explain everything that we managed to find out about these weapons, and also another technology that they interface with, which is covertly implanted microchips, because over the last couple of years that we were investigating these crimes, we found out that we're not the only victims. There are thousands and thousands of other victims. And directed energy weapons are also the reason, and these implanted microchips are the reason that her and I got married, more or less, because we started working on these types of crimes as investigators. Internationally, Bill in the US, I was investigating in Europe, and then in 2020 I came over here to work with Bill on a court case and on details of the investigation. And my flight got cancelled during COVID. I got stuck here. Bill put me up, and then we got married because we realized we actually go quite well together. So this is the backstory, and it's true, right? I didn't hold the gun. We have a common thing that we can talk about: mathematics. So mathematics. He's a mathematician. I'm a physicist, so it goes quite well. Yeah. And but also,
now, you would not believe what else is exposed in this audio file. So bear with me 1 second. So now let me conclude this video by saying this: you need to understand something about these sick, vicious animals that host this crime. First of all, they're nothing but genocidal mass murderers. Okay, absolutely. If I am ever fucking arrested on this property for any fucking reason, I don't give a shit. See, because one thing you gotta understand about these demented bastards is that they're making women homeless all over the country. All over the fucking country. Okay? The police all over the country are not investigating one fucking crime that gang stalking perpetrates. But it's also equally important, it's equally exposed online concerning like massive exposures, that they're not only intentionally not investigating them, but they're also being intentionally used against victims. Absolutely. Because you got to remember this, folks. Consider this. You know, there's a movie that's called, you can watch it probably for $3.99 on YouTube. Okay, it's called Desperate Hours with Humphrey Bogart. It's actually a pretty good movie. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that to your attention is because, for one, okay, the remembrance of that movie floated through my auditory cortex as I was speaking, like right when I concluded the statement. The name of the movie just floated right through my auditory cortex, and I know that sounds a little bizarre, but just hear me out, okay? Yeah, well, anyone at any time can research remote neural monitoring and the massively widely reported use of it in gang stalking crimes. And two of the main things, just a footnotation here for you, two of the main thing that's reported about it is that the perpetrators are literally neurally hacking into the auditory and visual cortex, which means they can, which in part also means that they can use voice to skull with voice morphing. Literally, it's thought manipulation. Voice morphing is voice cloning, the sound of the victim's voice. Okay, so trust me, I'll talk about that more here in an upcoming video. So let me go back to the statement I made at the beginning of this video, and then I'm going to conclude this video because I feel like total hell. By the way, I predicted in my tip recorder yesterday, I said, watch, we're going to see if I wake up tomorrow morning all messed up. Let's see if I wake up late, and both happened. Okay, and you're literally seeing the effects of it. Okay, oh, absolutely, you would not believe how my nose is congested. Oh, and check this out. Listen to me very, very, very carefully. First of all, look at my nose. Okay, let me bring this up so I can see if I can show it to you better, because I'm sitting in the shaded area to avoid the sun. Okay, all right, so I want you to take a look at this. Take a look at the, let me get let me get my scissors back out. Oh, excuse me. So, I want you to take a look, follow the tip of the scissors. Okay? So, do you see this here? Do you see this here? Okay? Then do you see this here to here? From here, okay, to down up in here. Okay? It's the routing scheme. It's one of the avenues they're using for the routing schemes concerning what's in the nose. Probably absolutely more than one thing in the nose. Oh, absolutely. And you need to know that your nasal passage interfaces with several areas of the roof of your mouth. And what do you hear about the exposures related around that? Oh, absolutely. Like right now, I'm being targeted right here to the top of the head. I shit you not. Look at the redness in my eyes. Okay? Yeah. All across this area, up in here, I'm being massively targeted at right now as I speak. In fact, it's going down all the way from here, all the way across here to here, and then up some, and then back over again. So it's like a wide area right there that I'm being targeted at, and this is a frequent area of targeting. Absolutely. I mean, why do you think I look like hell? Hold on. Okay, so go ahead and take a snap screenshot of that for sure. And I have wiped my face several times this morning with wet paper towel cloths because of the heat. Okay, so what you want to know, okay, is look at that. Every aspect of why I look like total hell is because of what's being done to me. It has nothing to do with hygiene habits or anything else. Because I take care of myself. Okay. Now I also want you to notate this right here. Okay. So if I can get the correct view, okay, so you see this here, do you see this from up here to here, and do you see this up here, okay, to down in here? So the routing schemes are in part, okay, from top of the head, including to the center of the forehead, down through here, and it gets dispersed to here, 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 the bridge of the nose up to here, and then it goes there, okay, and also into the eyes, okay. Where do you see some attached evidence I'm going to put in this video? Absolutely. I got a massive headache right now, massive, okay. Now, what you see on the tip of the nose, I'm trying to my best to show it to you in the correct lighting so you can see the true integrity of it concerning how it looks, okay. So look at that and take a snap screenshot of it. Let me see if I can. Okay, yeah, look at all that whiteness right up in here. Okay, I got massive evidence of all these areas being targeted. I'm talking about live evidence of direct energy weapons hitting me in these very spots, literally. Okay, oh, absolutely. So you see that? I guess that's the best I can do for you. So take a picture of that. Okay, and also take a picture of the entire bridge of the nose. Okay, all right. So I'll make two last fast statements and I'll let you go. Here in the past 1 to 10 days, but it doesn't mean that it's been like 9 or 8. It could even be 5 or 6. Okay, so let's just say between 1 and 10 days, I made statements in my tape recorder, and I also got out 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper, and writing on them rows and columns, so I could then get out microcards from my that have been bought on prior dates that got videos and photos on them, so I could bring up what's on each microcard and then write down logs about the contents of them. And I also created several folders on these microcards and labeled them, like evidence 1, evidence 2, okay, evidence for lawyers, okay? Now, when you research cyber surveillance and gang stalking, you can clearly see that tens of thousands of Americans are exposing that everything they do online, no matter if it's through their phone, their tablet, their computer, a library computer, everything they do online, it's reported. These demonic, sick, freaked out bastards are monitoring everything that victims do online. Let me comb my hair so I don't look so all raggedy and stuff. You got to keep in mind that one of the ways that keeps the attacks to the top of the head, including the center of the top of the head, okay, is I soak these cloths with pain reliever cream, okay, in order to get this the symptoms in effect, in control, at least marginally, which is always just marginally, okay? So that makes my hair look all, oily and shit, all right? And then I also pour water, okay, in my hair, plus having to put the cream cloths on the bandanas and then tying the bandana on the head. When I go to take the bandanas off, it causes the hair to look all messed up, and now you combine that with the way my face muscles and everything look, the skin and how it looks, combine that with the loss of teeth. Another common complaint of victims where they're saying they're losing their teeth, because it's reported these sick, demented bastards are putting, oh my God, folks, if you knew even 10% of what I know, your jaw would fucking drop. If you knew even 10% of what I know, okay? Absolutely. Implants up in the gum, implants up in the roof of the mouth, implants in the tongue and underneath the tongue. Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. You just would not, oh my God. Oh, all right. So anyways, let me go back to my statement. So when I was going through these microcards in order to pick out videos and pick out harvested snap screenshots, the vast majority of them have to do with evidences captured, and then selecting them and then putting them in folders and then reviewing the snap screenshots and reviewing some of the videos. I just saw here at least 6 times here in the past 3.5 days, because I was reviewing them, okay, a picture showing a big gigantic red bump at the tip of my nose. Now I got other pictures that show 2 lasers going over that very spot, and I got many photos of that type of captured evidence, many photos of it. So I made statements in my tape recorder on several dates that what I'm going to start doing is collecting these evidences together, putting them in designated file named folders, so I can go back and retrieve them correctly, writing down what's on these microcards on paper, okay, and verbalizing my tape recorder that what I'm going to do, and I even told Scripps this when I was at Scripps. Well, what I told Scripps was, when I was in there on August 25th, 2025, what I told them is that I go, is there any way that I can, I said, I want to print out some stuff so I can send it certified mail so it can be put in my medical records, because they were ignoring every single fucking verbal complaint, and they were ignoring all evidences shown to them visually. 4th degree, 3rd degree burns on my body, my face, and much more. They were ignoring it all. Ignoring every bit of it. Every verbal statement, every verbal complaint, pictures of burns, everything. They were ignoring it all. So, look, when you're dealing with a corrupt medical establishment that will not truthfully log medically, including your test results, what you're enduring, then the victim has no way to prove that they have been medically intruded upon. Okay? Absolutely. And the wild, vicious whores know that. Like, right now, I'm literally being attacked right here. Right here. So, just trust me, you'll understand this a lot better when you see some more videos dedicated to this account. Make no mistake about it, you'll thoroughly see it. Absolutely. Okay? So keep this in mind. So I even told Scripps on the 25th of August that I want to have some stuff printed out, and that I was either going to hand deliver it to the medical records, the medical records department. They got a building dedicated for that. Okay? And or mail it certified mail return receipt. Now, I was being gang stalked in that environment as I was saying that. Before I approached the counter to tell them this, while I was telling them it, and after, the whole entire time I was there, I was gang stalked. Caught on audio files and video files. Indisputable evidence of being gang stalked. Indisputable. And then the lying demonic shit I was told to my face about test results and much more. So anyways, I literally told them this. Now, cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. So after that date, and even a little bit before that date, like even going into July, these are the different things that I've been doing, okay, with my phone. Now, hold on a second. I'm going to set the phone down this way because I got to do something to try and get some symptoms in control, so just bear with me. I'll keep talking. So here's the gist. I've been going over a lot of snap screenshots and videos here in the past, let's just say since at least early July, okay? And I've really been getting into it in the last 2 weeks, including the last 7-8 days. I've really been getting into it, okay? Now, through cyber surveillance, these twisted animals, they can see what you're doing. And they're sitting back and they're saying, okay, we know Leslie's got massive indisputable evidence. They fucking know I got it. You better believe they know I got it. Because think about this. On all dates, always remember this statement. When the government is torturing a human being, okay, and they know they're torturing you, they're gonna look at everything you do online for threat assessment and benefit analysis. Something they can benefit from something you're doing online. Okay. Reviewing other things you're doing to sit back and say, can this be a threat to us? This is why it's a common complaint all over the internet that they're involved in cyber surveillance. It's a common complaint, and plus, they're doing other things too. So, on many of these microcards, they seen me select the photos and the videos that show lasers hit me not only right across the eyebrows and at the tip of the forehead, but also directly on the nose and directly on the cheek, being caught in live in real time. So if you go to see an ear, nose, and throat specialist, hold on a second. They know you got an appointment with the ear, nose, and throat specialist, which I just went to on the 5th of September. Now, a new video might start here in about less than a minute. So if that happens, in fact, I want to just conclude my statements because I don't want to go into a second video. So I got evidence showing this, okay? And what I'll eventually do is make a follow-up video concerning this video because I got to stop talking so I can put some protection on, okay? So let me just put it to you this way. They see what I'm selecting and they see where I'm transferring it to. I'm transferring it into folders that have been given specific names, like a lawyer folder, evidence for lawyers.